I'm Jude Hotep, the Goddess Astrologer and Alchemical Initiatrix. This is the Light Goddess Astrology Daily for the weekend of June. What day is it? 11th through 12th, 2022. So really excited to share this with you. You can check out the Light Goddess podcast episode for today. It is up. I announced that I am not doing the Friday episode of the Light Goddess Astrology Daily, so I'm not going to go back and redo it. I'm just going to do this mega one for this weekend. It's a lot of powerful astrological energies. I'm going to share that with you. The reason why is I got a fever in the middle of Utah. Just a good old-fashioned flu, and my whole body hurts, and yeah, sitting hurts, standing hurts, laying down hurts. I can't sleep for some reason, and I have pretty good fever going on. So I took respite yesterday, and the episode is now up retroactively for Friday. I share a lot about me and my journey and awakening and dark night of the soul, and make some announcements that are important about Light Goddess Sisterhood, which is now open. The link's below. So this is the powerful sisterhood of women who are on this divine feminine journey, on the abundance frequency, not in the lack frequency, on the abundance timeline, speaking their voice, standing in their powerful work. So we're going to get into the chart, share this with you, and we'll pull some cards and all of that good stuff. So what's really important here is that the sun today, Saturday, the sun has this biquintile to Pluto, and so it's creative problem solving. It's creativity around deep subconscious shit, around your vitality and your mind and your thinking and your mindset, around the wounds, around what you've healed, what you've come through. So it's very creative and it's very deep. It's very much internal at the soul level, like churning inside. What's important is that today, it's already happened. We've been talking about all week about how Venus was doing this Uranus conjunction. It's what the sun sign horoscopes were about on Monday. And so if we go back, what time was it? So they conjunct around, 3 a.m. Pacific. Adjust for your time zone. And then Venus passed over Uranus to 17 degrees. Somewhere around, what is going on here? So 6 tonight. Sorry, just give me a second here. Okay, gotcha. So, around 5 o'clock-ish, roughly, Venus will pass over Uranus today, and that's Pacific time. Adjust your time zone. And she'll move to 17 degrees today, later tonight, for some people, and this evening for others, depending on your time zone. And that 17 degrees is about what you're attracting, what you are connecting with for your soul mission, for your heart, like coming from your heart only to lead your divine feminine mission. Because Venus is the divine feminine. She's at home in Taurus. She's happy here. And Mars is at home in Aries, Neptune is at home in Pisces, and Saturn is at home in Aquarius. So we have all of these 4 planets that are at home. They're strong. They're talking loudly. They have a lot of power. So we have all the. Hi, everyone. So I'm not sure if this started me over again from the beginning. Hi, everyone. I'm not sure. My Zoom just shut down. So I'm not sure if this started me over from the beginning or not. I don't think it did. I think that it is still going. So this video might be messed up. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going here. So we have these 4 planets at home, and they're strong, right? And we've been having this T-square to Saturn for a long time. And so the opposite of this 25 degrees Saturn is 25 degrees Leo. This 25 degrees is where we've had, our our last moon. So it's the spiritual number 7, and we have Neptune at 25 degrees, Saturn at 25 degrees. So Venus going over your Uranus is, out in the world in the 3D, it could be like, bob it, like women cutting off men's dicks. It could be men being violent. It could be, just extremes in relationships. It's a lot of relationship changes and shifting. It's a lot of wanting to basically come to your relationships in a different way, from a new way. Uranus is about the new, and it's about suddenness, and it's about unconditional change, and to not be so in this fixed earth of Taurus. Uranus in this fixed earth Taurus for these 7 years until 2026 is about changing the way we do fixed earth, that the way we've been thinking about it. Mercury in Taurus, and then having that Mercury retrograde in Taurus, and now still in Taurus until it moves into Gemini. Having Venus at home here, having Uranus here, it's about not doing things the same old way. It's new earth. Uranus is new, Taurus is earth. It's about innovation, advancements, sudden change, awakening. Uranus is awakening. And of course, that is what we are in, this global collective awakening, all different levels, all different ways, from all different angles and directions. And it's just ever deepening. And with Pallas here, Pallas Athena, she's the goddess that actually upholds the patriarchy. And she can be a very angry goddess. And so there's something here about really seeing where within you that you're objectifying yourself as a woman or something, to play into that game that women's only value are their body, that spell. Or where are you playing into the patriarchy and trying to get ahead and just driving forward with money, and not in that masculine energy, and not in your sacred feminine energy, and running your life and your business off that? Where are you not trusting in that, trusting in your soul, trusting in your heart to move you forward, and in your mind? Palestine, it's very much in the mind. So Venus here with Uranus, it's relationship changes, it's new relationships, old ones that are revamped and are renewed in a whole new way, in a whole new light, from a healthy place. This Taurus is simple. It's not psychologizing like the Scorpio moon, right? This is a fall position for the moon. It's not, in the south node, which we want to move away from. And it's been at 22 degrees for like 76 days. It's going to change on the 18th to 21 degrees. But this is this quantum Uranus degree, all about new, and about shedding the ways we did relationships, where it's drama and psychologizing and up in it, and not understanding that we all have our own unique realities. We are living unique realities side by side each other, even in relationship. We do not have to agree to be so bonded deeply and intimately. We need to shed the codependence. We need to shed the people pleasing. We need to shed giving up your own authority to other people. We need to shed not being assertive. So this Aries energy here is about getting prepared for this North Node. It's going to be here a while in Taurus, but it's going to change into Aries next summer. So next summer, the nodes will change into new signs. They always go backwards. And it's going to change into Aries, and the south node will change into Libra. So when we look at a south node, we look at it and skew it very negative. It's the negative side and the shadow side of Scorpio that we're shedding. And so this moon is talking to the south node and saying, in humanity, what do we need to shed? What do we need to let go of this weekend? What do we need to let go of that's standing in the way of trusting our sacred feminine intuition, aligning with goddess archetypes that really help us to be empowered women and stand in our power so strong, and really stand in fierce feminine energy, and that gentleness and that beautiful quality of the feminine that is just so unique and gentle. Like, if you look around at society, the feminine is so missing. Like, the gentleness, the dresses. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that feminine is. I'm not saying that. Of course not. You know, it's all types of ways you want to dress and be and what have you. But this feminine quality of mothering, of sweetness, of artistic softness, Pisces, you know, it's this softness, it's this gentleness, it's the stillness. Taurus is a feminine sign. It's just the stillness inside, this just unwavering knowing that nothing's that complicated. We don't know, we don't have to do that. It's not that complicated. And so we want to realize that with Eris, you know, Eris is always an Aries, but she's the goddess that says no to the status quo, and she will make people, you know, people will come to hate her because they're breaking up the status quo, and that makes people awaken and angry and fearful and cognitive dissonance and go through all these things and triggered. And so because of their triggering, they tend to blame it and project their shadow onto the person that triggered them instead of owning that shadow and going in and doing that work. And she's the one that stands up and says, no, I got to say what I'm going to say. I've got to speak out my words. I got to be my real authentic self. And maybe you don't like it, and maybe you go away for good, or maybe you learn how to be your true authentic self, and we can be in relationship together so beautifully, being truly who we are. And so this Chiron and Aries is healing our ability to take assertive action. We're getting prepared with this Aries energy for the nodes to move next summer, and for us to be able to do that north node. We're learning how to be assertive with Mars at home in Aries. It's like, what's my no? What's my yes? Like understanding your no and being able to say it assertively. There's a difference between aggressive and assertive. It's about taking activated action from your sacred feminine, from your belief in your vision. It's about aligned action. So it's not just action, it's aligned action. It's action activated from your sacred feminine energies. You are sacred, you are divine feminine, right? And Eris is here where everything's going to come up to meet her, where Mars is going to, you know, definitely join her and pass over her later. Not this weekend, but and so it's, they're talking to each other, you know, they're in the same sign, and it's saying like, no, I'm not going to stand for the status quo anymore in your life individually. What you have been tolerating, what you have been letting slip by, where you have not been speaking out because you're afraid of what somebody's going to think, or you're afraid that they're going to reject you, or they're going to respond to you poorly, or that you're not going to be close anymore, or all these things, and you're repressing, suppressing yourself because of that. So it's time to stop suppressing yourself and to stand in your power. Let the chips fall where they may, because that's the only way you're going to get truly on your path and your destiny, and truly like aligned with your feminine soul that wants to do this particular purpose, this particular way here. On Sunday, we have the moon passing over the south node into, let's go to, passing into Sagittarius, so afternoon time, and it'll go into that Sagittarius. So it's going to be our emotions around our belief systems, what's serving us and what's not in our beliefs, and where are they getting us into trouble. It's going to be checking our feelings about our longings and our yearnings and our adventure, and that what craving for adventure, that craving for different avenues, different roads to look down, different information and understandings, and really wanting to understand. And so our emotions are going to come up really wanting, our feelings are going to really want to understand what's going on in our life, where we're awakening, with Uranus here and Venus having passed over, and getting all this information from Uranus about where we're awakening, what's happening for us in our relationships, what's changing, what's new, because this is all about the new. Mercury goes to 29 degrees, that last degree of Taurus. That's usually a crispy degree. So things can come up from the retrograde, things can come up, and just realize what the mind is doing. Always check the mind. The mind is just a receiving tower. It doesn't know anything new. It's not a channel. Your mind doesn't have good info. It doesn't have good intel. It's your heart. It's your sacred feminine energy. So clicking into that, there's a lot of mental energy in the chart. So this Gemini is kicked up like a lot of mental energy to understand that. This Saturn is saying there's a new way, Aquarius, to work. There's a new way to work. There's a way to work from that higher mind, that higher perspective, from spirit, from soul, from source. There's a way to be that is not the industrial era way of thinking about work, not the driving, not the masculine. Where's that sacred feminine coming online? And this Vesta here is holding this space with this square to the North Node, holding the space for this deep spiritual soul energy and just complete innovation of your connection to your soul, your higher self, completely awakenings and new churnings. There is so much shifting right now, and this chart has a lot of metaphysical aspects, so there's a lot underneath that won't be necessarily your conscious mind can understand it. Pluto has this trine to Neptune and to the moon, and so it's saying like, hey, we're getting on great. I understand the soul mission. I'm embedding deeper into it. I'm connecting into it. I'm understanding. You want to understand, like, when you're not connecting into your sacred calling and really wanting to step into your power as a woman, what's there? Why? That block is what needs cleared. Those emotions are what needs cleared. And it's not in the mind, it's the emotions. When you're telling all the stories, it's the emotions that keep the mind circulating, keep the mind spinning, keep the mind overthinking. You got to release emotions. That's the only way emotions ever release, and they never go away unless you release them. And the moon moving into Sag later today on Sunday. So this weekend is your power as sacred feminine, standing in that place of being assertive, speaking out, only doing what you love, not doing what other people want you to do. It's time to step in that empowered woman. It's time to let go of the victim and really own that you are able to create the life you want, and that you are co-creating your own ability to learn what you don't know to do that. So it's really about trusting in your journey here and trusting in your ability to learn what you need to know, and that it's a journey, and then it has its own divine timeline that requires surrender. We have imagination, to believe in your dreams, to visualize for the good. Stop visualizing doom. Stop visualizing negative outcomes. Stop doing what ifs. Start asking really good questions. When you ask your brain a question, your subconscious, your brain goes about finding an answer to that question. So is that question a good question? Because if you don't answer it, your subconscious and your brain's going to, from a place of unconsciousness, from a place of the shadow, from the place of the triggers, from the place of the karmic past life stuff, have to stop imagining the doom and playing the what if game. Those aren't good questions. Ask yourself really good questions that are powerful, that bring out your power. And imagine the new reality. That's what this Aquarius is. That's what this Venus crossing over Uranus is imagine the new reality. Imagine the new reality in every area of your life. Journaling on it, I encourage you to do. Really put it down, like how you're living as if it's true now, and that you're living it now, and be in those activated emotions as much as you can, and believe it is now. Be in it now. It is now. It's just everything that we have to keep supporting each other and being in the highest vibration, facing shadow as it occurs, but not staying there and getting stuck, and really creating that reality. We have anger. So with all of this Aries energy, aggro energy can come up. Anger is, there's nothing wrong with anger. It just needs to be released. And Alchemical Goddess, I teach you somatic releasing techniques that release anger and rage and get that out of your body. There's nothing wrong with anger, but who are you directing it to? How are you expressing it? Is it in a healthy way? Is it in a way that's going to give you more emotions of regret, or feeling bad, or like you did something wrong? what are the healthy ways that you have to express anger? And it's okay. Dance, like literally get out and dance, like allow your body to move, put music on, manifest your dreams through dancing, like dance your dreams. Think about that visioning. We're really being called to vision this new reality and then to like dance it. That's what shamanic work does oftentimes in indigenous cultures all throughout time and history. We've always danced, and everybody's danced, the babies, the elders, the wise elders, everyone in between. We've all danced together around the fire, around the circle. So we want to move our body and literally dance, put some music on, and see if you can bring that manifestation so into your body and ground it and bring those positive emotions in. So we're really being called to vision this new reality and be in it. Be in those positive, happy friendships that make you feel so good, that really support you and uplift you. And this is not the time to be in those savior relationships, to be in those relationships where you're keeping each other down, you're keeping each other small, you're keeping spinning on drama and having drama conversations. Don't talk about the drama. Let that go into the simplicity. We have gentleness, and this card has been coming up a lot for the collective, that there's so much harshness, there's so much judgment, that we're spelled and taught to motivate ourselves from judgment, to judge ourselves because of the spells of status, money, power, prestige, fame, and that those aren't actually anything that means anything. There's no one that's superior to anyone else. Everyone has unique gifts that they bring, unique offerings. Everyone has their shadow and their soul and what journey you're on. There's no one that's superior to somebody else. So dream and dream it into being, and put that new reality in place, and dance it and paint it and draw it, and be in that place this weekend of going into your sacred feminine energies and really asking what they need, being led step by step by step forward from that place. So I'm sending you lots of love, and I hope this reading was really helpful and useful for this weekend. There's going to be so much more goodness coming. The Light Goddess podcast episode is up for Friday. Sun sign horoscopes are every Monday. If you are digging this work, please subscribe. It helps more women find it. And let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm sending you lots of love. And the Light Goddess Sisterhood is now open. There's 22 spots available for this new moon. There's already people signed up. There's limited spaces because it's a 2.5 hour Women Are Sacred circle. So come on in. I talked about it a bunch on the podcast. So this is just an amazing time to spend with you. So I can't wait. The links are below if you'd like to sign up for the Light Goddess Sisterhood and be in deep bonds with other women. I've heard more and more from women over the last 2 years that are just craving sisterhood. That's what this is sisterhood. So come on in, and looking forward to meeting you there. Talk to you soon.